$11,000 over MSRP for a Toyota Corolla. Let that sink in. That's not a typo. Dealers are charging Volkswagen Golf R money for an economy car. And if you think that's insane, wait until you hear what's happening with the RAV4 Hybrid and 4Runner prices. The market has gone completely mad, and today I'm exposing the shocking markups that are turning dream cars into financial nightmares. From Toyota's supply chain chaos to Kia's disappearing K5, I've got insider details on which popular models are being marked up to astronomical levels, and more importantly, how to avoid getting ripped off.
Show me what you got.
Let's kick things off with that Corolla situation. The 169 horsepower 2.0L dynamic force engine might be reliable, but paying premium sports car money for it. The hybrid version, with its clever powertrain combining a 1.8L engine with 2 motor generators, is even harder to find.
You're absolutely right.
You could practically buy a used WRX STI for that markup alone. And here's something wild. Nearly every viewer who's messaged me about Corolla prices has a different markup story. Drop a comment below with the craziest dealer markup you've seen. Let's expose these practices together. Speaking of performance bargains turned price nightmares, let's talk about the Ford Maverick. This little truck, with its innovative unibody construction and available 2.0L EcoBoost engine pushing out 250 horsepower, is commanding $1,600 over MSRP. The hybrid powertrain, which cleverly combines a 2.5L Atkinson Cycle 4-cylinder with an electric motor for a combined 191 horsepower, is practically unobtainable.
Perfectly said.
Remember when trucks were the affordable workhorses of the automotive world? Now, here's where things get really interesting for the JDM fans among us. The Nissan Kicks, despite its modest MR16 DDT 1.6L engine producing 122 horsepower and being paired with Nissan's Xtronic CVT, is seeing mid-$800 markups.
Okay.
Sure, it's got decent handling characteristics with its independent strut front suspension and torsion beam rear, but we're talking about paying hot hatch money for a city crossover. The family hauler segment isn't safe either. The Toyota Highlander, packing that sweet 2.4L turbocharged 4-cylinder with 265 horsepower and 309 lb-ft of torque, is commanding $2,000 over sticker. Same story with the Sienna and its clever hybrid system that combines a 2.5L 4-cylinder with electric motors for a total system output of 245 horsepower. The AWD version, which adds a separate rear electric motor, is basically unicorn status. If you're finding this information valuable, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I share real-time dealer inventory alerts and pricing trends with this community first.
Stop right there. I'm in.
Let's pour one out for the Kia K5, particularly the GT variant with its potent 2.5L turbocharged engine producing 290 horsepower and 311 lb-ft of torque. Dealers are slapping $2,200 markups on these sleepers. The 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, DCT, in the GT model is a thing of beauty, offering lightning-quick shifts that would make any enthusiast smile, but these markups are making us cry instead. The Kia Sportage hybrid situation is equally painful. Its sophisticated powertrain, combining a 1.6L turbocharged engine with an electric motor for a total system output of 227 horsepower, is impressive engineering.
I like that.
But with $2,500 markups, you're paying sports sedan money for a hybrid crossover.
I hate it. I'm out.
The torque vectoring AWD system is clever, but is it $2,500 over MSRP clever? The venerable Toyota Camry, especially the TRD variant with its naturally aspirated 3.5L V6 producing 301 horsepower, is seeing $2,600 markups. That V6 engine, known as the 2GR FKS, is a masterpiece of reliability and performance, but these markups are pushing it into entry-level luxury car territory. The hybrid version, with its efficient 2.5L dynamic force engine and hybrid system, is even harder to find.
That's not good.
Quick interruption. If you want to learn the exact tactics I use to negotiate thousands off these marked up prices, make sure you're subscribed. Next week's video will be a game changer for your car buying strategy. Don't even get me started on the Kia Seltos hybrid situation, a $2,800 markup for a vehicle that shares its powertrain with the Sportage hybrid. The 1.6L turbo hybrid setup is good, but not pay almost $3,000 over sticker good. Even with its sophisticated multi-link rear suspension and available torque vectoring AWD, these markups are hard to swallow. For all you off-road enthusiasts, here's a heartbreaker, the Toyota 4Runner. This body-on-frame beast with its proven 4.0L V6 producing 270 horsepower and 278 lb-ft of torque is commanding $3,000 over MSRP. Yes, it's got that bulletproof reliability, proper 4-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case, and available KDSS suspension, but these markups are pushing it into proper Land Cruiser territory. And now, for the grand finale that'll make any efficiency-minded enthusiast weep, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid and Corolla Cross Hybrid. These technological masterpieces, with their sophisticated hybrid powertrains delivering impressive performance to efficiency ratios, are being marked up by an average of $3,800. The RAV4 Hybrid's clever E4 AWD system, which adds a separate rear electric motor for enhanced traction, is brilliant engineering. The Corolla Cross Hybrid's system, producing a combined 194 horsepower while delivering impressive fuel economy, is equally impressive, but these markups are turning these engineering marvels into luxury car competitors. Before I share some insider tips on how to avoid these markups, take a second to give this video a thumbs up if you've learned something new. Your support helps more car enthusiasts discover this crucial information. But here's what's really fascinating, and something most other automotive channels aren't talking about. These markups are creating a bizarre ripple effect in the used car market. Take the Toyota Corolla situation for example. With new models carrying ridiculous markups, slightly used Corollas are now selling for nearly new car MSRP. This has created an interesting opportunity for enthusiasts who own these models. Some are actually selling their 1 or 2 year old vehicles for profit and using that money to step up into performance vehicles they previously couldn't afford.
That's really clever.
Here's another insider perspective that's particularly relevant for the performance-minded among us. These markups are actually changing modification trends. With new cars costing so much more, we're seeing a surge in the aftermarket parts industry for older models. People who might have bought a new Camry TRD are instead picking up used last-gen models and investing the markup money into serious performance upgrades. I'm talking about full suspension setups, forced induction kits, and complete drivetrain overhauls. Looking ahead to 2025, analysts are predicting some relief in the market, but here's my take based on dealer connections and industry insights. Don't expect prices to drop dramatically overnight. What we're more likely to see is a gradual return of incentives and special financing offers. The smart play right now might be focusing on models that are being overlooked by the general public, but still offer solid performance potential. For those of us who live and breathe cars, who know our compression ratios and gear ratios by heart, these markups aren't just numbers. They're reshaping the entire enthusiast landscape. Whether you're a track day warrior looking for your next daily driver or a hypermiling champion seeking the latest hybrid technology, we need to adapt our strategies. Some of the best deals I'm seeing are coming from enthusiast-owned private sales, especially in the performance and modified car segments where owners understand fair market value. The key is staying informed and being strategic, and here's some critical market data you need to know.
Come on already!
According to recent dealer inventory reports, the average wait time for popular hybrid models has actually increased by 30% in the last quarter. Toyota dealerships are reporting wait lists of 6 to 8 months for RAV4 hybrids, while some Kia dealers are quoting up to 12 months for popular models like the Sportage Hybrid. Here's something particularly interesting about regional pricing variations. The markup percentages we're seeing aren't uniform across the country. Coastal markets, especially in California and the Northeast, are showing markups 15–20% higher than central states. This means savvy buyers might save significant money by shopping across state lines. I've seen cases where the difference in markup between neighboring states was enough to justify a one-way plane ticket and a road trip home in your new car.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Another crucial factor to consider is the timing of your purchase. Dealer markup data shows that the end of each quarter typically sees a 10–15% reduction in markup percentages as dealers try to hit their sales targets. This is especially true for models that aren't hybrids or high-demand SUVs. Keep your eyes to the ground, fellow enthusiasts, and your eyes on those dealer inventories. Sometimes, the best strategy is knowing when to wait for the market to cool down, just like waiting for those brake rotors to cool after a hot lap. lap. And remember, in times like these, building connections in the car community can lead to opportunities that you won't find on any dealer lot. Don't forget to hit subscribe and that notification bell. Next week's video on negotiation tactics is one you won't want to miss. Drop a comment below sharing your markup experiences, and let's build a community that helps each other navigate these crazy times in the car market.